when people read that book and they hit me up, they're like, yo, I've heard this before, because nothing new is under the sun, right? But the way you put it, it just triggered something in me. It unlocked something within me. There's a lot of light codes that I put in that book intentionally from my soul to help other people.
So what are one of them that you put in there for those who haven't read it yet?
Well, there's a chapter called What They Eat Don't Make You Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. How you feel? That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Black excellence at its finest. How that skin glows, she's a true diamond. With the world at her back, she's still smiling. Never let that crown till she stays thriving. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Keep it real. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Is that really it though?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to That's It, That's All. You guys know me. I'm KC Carnage, your host. And today we got Quene Foree. You want to say hi?
Hello. What's up, y'all? I'm so happy
She's looking
to be
at me
here.
to make sure I said her name right.
I know. No, you're
I was
so
thinking that.
pretty. I can't stop
Thank
staring
you,
at
too. And today we're going to get into her journey. She is a spiritual entrepreneur. She expresses herself lightly through creativity, through her books, her podcasts, all of the good things. Her book, Spiritually Lit, is a testament to her mission to help people and release old burdens, embark on new paths, and find alignment with their authentic selves and purpose.
Yeah.
So let's get into that.
Yeah.
How are you today, by the way?
I'm
You're looking
doing-
great.
Thank you.
Looking fresh.
Thank you. I'm feeling fresh. Just touched down from Spain.
Ooh, she's traveled.
Yes, she loves to travel. She loves a good stamp.
Okay, well, I look on your page. I love your page. It always gives very uplifting, very I'm here. You should be here too, and
Let's
get
go.
your life.
Yes.
So let's talk about your journey into, I guess, your spiritual journey and why do you do the things that you do?
Yeah. It's interesting. I posted something in my story just yesterday, and it's a quote from Picasso, and it says, I'm paraphrasing, but it says, the mission in life is to find your purpose, and then, the gift is to give it away. And that was totally, sorry, Pablo. But you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm grateful to be in this place in my life to know my purpose. My purpose is to be light, to spread light, to be joy, and to help others align with that part of themselves. I think there's so much programming that we get as we're growing up. When we're kids, we come here with these bright-eyed, bushy-tailed ideas about what life is and creativity and joy and fun. And over time, we get conditioned. Don't do that. Oh, don't think that big. Oh, you can't do that. No, be quiet. No, be still. No, get a job and work at this place until you die. And it's just... who says that that's the path that we should take? Now, if that's someone's path, God bless them. However, I would guess that many people are walking on paths that are not their own. And I've been one of those people in my life, you know?
All of us. That is a definitely a relatable story. It's like you said, you come into the world and you're like, oh, I can do these things. Ooh, touch this, that's hot. Ooh, that's cold. And then you get to a certain point where I feel like the world strips you down a little bit. Yeah. So it's definitely, I guess, your job as a human being and deciding what you, like you said, deciding on what you want to do and how you want to show up in the world. Yeah. And here, we talk about, this podcast is pretty much an opinionated podcast through life experiences, through the lens of Black women, through the lens of Black creators, and how we show up in the world and what we can do to enrich the world. So when I saw your story and I met you, I thought that was very interesting because people do struggle with what their spirituality is. Mm-hmm. They struggle with, is it a conflict with my religion? Mm-hmm. And I think that your interpretation of it is light being who you want to be and how you want to show up versus saying, okay, well, God doesn't exist or this doesn't exist. And most people think that the two can't exist at the same time.
Right. I agree with that. I think that tapping into our authentic selves, that joy, that is part of spirituality. My book, Spiritually Lit, as you mentioned, when people read that book and they hit me up, they're like, yo, I've heard this before, because nothing new is under the sun, right? But the way you put it, it just triggered something in me. It unlocked something within me. There's a lot of light codes that I put in that book intentionally from my soul to help other people.
So what are one of them that you put in there for those who haven't read it yet?
Well, there's a chapter called "What They Eat Don't Make You Shit."
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay. That's heavily loaded.
Yeah.
Maybe literally.
That's hilarious. And it is quite literal also because you have to digest.
Right. Do you mean it in a sense where it's kind of like, I guess if I had to interpret that, I guess my interpretation would be just because they're this doesn't mean you have to be this.
That's one way to interpret it. Also, let's say you're walking around life with a plate, like life's buffet. You can put anything on your plate, right? But sometimes people walk by and they're like, yo, you should taste this because it's delicious. And I love the way it tastes. And you're like, oh, okay, you put some on your plate. And you go down a little bit further and someone else is like, oh, did you try this? Oh, it's so good. Put some on your plate. And so you just start filling your plate up with everything that everybody else likes and loves. But as you eat it, you're the only one that has to digest that.
Right.
And you're the one that has going to have to shit it out yourself. So, but what they eat don't make you shit. And so you should be conscious of what you're putting on your plate. And I think it's important to take inventory and be like, hey, you know, what is on my plate?
What did I eat?
What did I eat? And who gave it to me? And does it really resonate with me?
Right. And how does it make them feel what they ate? Like what they looking like?
Right. You know.
That's what I mean. Like, okay, well, when did you actually feel like you started this journey?
I am really blessed and fortunate to have parents who are both very awakened spiritual beings. So I came into this life, I believe we choose our parents, and I chose intentionally. My parents are so full of light and joy. And so coming into this world, in this body, I had a lot of good influences in that. I grew up in Moore Park, which is just a suburb out of L.A. My dad's from L.A., went to Inglewood High, stuff like that. So I would always come into the city. And my brother and I, my only sibling, we were really, really tight. We still are tight, but he's transitioned physically. He's in the infinite. He is everywhere, everything all at once. And when he was really young, he passed away. And before he passed away, he had some insights into his physical existence and his spiritual existence. He was very, very powerful. I dedicated my book to him because it was through him transitioning from this life and the way he did it with such grace and knowing that it was awakening for me. I already thought that I was like, oh, I know things about life and death. I feel kind of like I have a good footing, but that experience completely rocked me. And while it was shocking to lose someone so close to you that you love, I also feel like he left me with such a great gift, and it awakened me to and I made him a promise that I would always continue to walk in my purpose and to walk in my light and to be the light. I want to walk into a room and leave it better than I found it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, being, how can I say this politically correct without having to be politically correct? So we're talking about, being in a black home, right? Maybe your black home wasn't as traditional. You said your parents are spiritually awakened in that sense.
Yeah.
But, most of us, we had hardcore religious Baptists.
Yes.
What do you call them? Episcopalians, whatever you call them. We had those family, and it's most people will say, we'll call us hippies, like people that are spiritual, that we're hippies, what's the universe, woo-woo. How do you feel like that has correlated to you being a black woman? Like, have you had any challenges with people like, hey, what do you do?
What do you believe in, really?
Right, exactly.
And I recognize that everybody has their foundation, right? And they're utilizing that to make decisions about how to move in life. And I respect that. Mm-hmm. And people always ask me, well, are you Christian? I said, I love Jesus. Mm-hmm. I do love Jesus. I believe that Jesus walked. Mm-hmm. And I love the message that Jesus preached and talked about in this world. I believe in many of the ascended masters. I love the messages that they left with us here on earth. Now, religion is a man-made construct. And I personally when I talk to God and I talk to Jesus, I talk to all of them. I talk to Buddha. I talk to Krishna too. I'm like, listen, y'all, I ask for support. I talk
Like
to
whoever's gonna be there,
I ask for support.
Whoever is surrounding me, whomever you are.
Yes, I talk to my ancestors. I talk to my angels. I talk to the powerful light beings that I know walked on this plane, and I know Jesus was one of those light beings, a bearer of light and love. And he taught us that we're all connected, and he taught us that we're all brothers and sisters.
And
we're all God's children.
We all can exist at the same time.
We must, and we must support each other and love each other.
I agree. So let's talk about your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
Yeah, so my podcast is called the P's and Q's Podcast.
Okay, so what's happening in the P's and Q's?
Where spirituality meets reality.
So interesting.
Yeah, so we have a lot of conversations similar to this one. Mm-hmm. I speak to different people on their journeys in life, whether they're business people, triumph through adversity, or spiritual leaders. Talk to people in the church. I talk to people in the spirit side as well. I'm actually rebranding it to the Spiritually Lit podcast because, I mean, the book is spiritually lit. The retreats are spiritually lit. I have a spiritually lit happy hour every second Thursday. Like, literally, it's full of these powerful light workers, and we support each other. I guide us through different actions. So we're working on our 2024 action plan, and we all support each other with everything that we do. It's dope. So you do need to be there.
Okay. So how many people do you think attend to these events, these happy hours? Like,
it depends on the month. It's just growing. I started it in December. So,
okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you. Like 20-ish people for now. And every time it's growing.
Now, isn't it funny how, like, we set our sights on a certain goal, right? And then how it's ever changing and evolving.
Yes.
And the next thing you know, you have this thing and you're like these aha moments. Now, one thing I would say, I was like, I don't think I'm heavily religious. I do believe that I'm spiritual, but like you, I do believe that there's Jesus walked. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like there are things that are just unexplanatory, and I believe in energy big time, right? And the correlation between the two has always been very interesting in me. I can't speak. It's always been very interesting to me. So it's funny that, like, when you go and travel, do you seek these teachings? Are you traveling for fun? Like, I'm sure that you go out and seek certain things for yourself.
Travel for me is spiritual. I love the experience of being in another region. Maybe there's a different language. Maybe there's different cultures, different people, making new friends, making new family. And I find that I learn a lot of lessons along that journey. You have different experiences. And I feel like wisdom and awakening experiences be seeking me. Like,
like, aha. Because let me tell you something.
Oh, caught it.
I believe in deja vu. So I know there's something in the universe, because you really be sitting on a corner one day and be like, I've been here before. I've seen you. Or you meet somebody and it really feels like I really have a friend that I met when I first moved out here. And we met and it felt like it truly, and to this day, like, I've known you before. Like, we are so close in that matter. It's just like, we have been through lifetimes together.
Yes.
How do you explain these things? And you can't. You can't explain these things. And it's like it's a definitely a path. It's a journey. So do you think like you'll like do any retreats? Like,
I have a retreat. I have a spiritually lit retreat coming up in September 20.
Time out. This is gonna be your episode's gonna be later, like in the
after September.
So just talk about it. Yeah, just talk about it in its generality more so than the date. Okay.
So I have a spiritually lit retreat in Tulum, Mexico that I'm doing, and it's 5 days, and it's full of workshops, one-on-ones with me. I mean, we spiritually lit, so we're gonna have some fun as well, but it's gonna be a deep excavation into the soul, really diving into like the healing side of the forgiveness side, the what am I doing here?
Like, how am I showing up?
How am I showing up? But like, why did I come here to this body? I believe that we all made a contract with ourselves, a soul contract, to decide to incarnate into this body to be in this fabulous vessel.
Okay.
But for why? For what purpose? And I believe we all made this decision. We may or may not remember what that reason is. And I think tuning into that helps people figure out, like, okay, now you can step and walk in your purpose, in your truth, in your authentic self, because you know what you came here to do. So you can do that without fear.
That's what's up. So, like, what is your, okay, I hate to say this because it's never an end game, but what is your, like, end goal? Like, what would you, like, if there was an achievement that you're just like, okay, I did it. This is it. What do you think that would be for you?
I'm here. I've arrived.
I've arrived.
I've arrived. I'm a Virgo, so I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm always making goals. And I've learned that I'm constantly arriving. So I released Spiritually Lit on my birthday last year. I'm releasing a new single in music. Ooh. Most people don't even know that I sing. It's called Good Woman. Be on the lookout for it. It's fly. And I'm constantly birthing these visions, these downloads. I cannot take credit for it. These are God. God is like using me to just spread love, joy, inspire. And so I'm constantly birthing, right? Constantly arriving. And I don't have an end all. I'm going to always be arriving. Now, I do see myself having a television show. And that's going to be a moment. I'm definitely going to pop a bottle on that. But I stay popping bottles.
Okay, that's what we do.
Love bubbles.
Spiritually lit and popping bottles. That is the way to go. So, before we go any further, I like to play games. Do you want to play a game with me?
I love games.
All right, Quene. All right, we're going to play Black Card Revoked.
Okay.
Original flavor X, bigger, bolder, better, and blacker.
Okay, let's go.
I'm sure I added an extra word in there, but they all sound the same.
We like big.
All right, so these are going to be multiple choice questions.
Okay.
And guys, we're going to see if she gets to keep her black card or not. And here we go.
I'd like to keep it, please.
The first question, what classic song from the 1998 features the verse, "This is Mr. Biggs, what the hell is going on"? A, Contagious, Isley Brothers. B, Down Low, R. Kelly. C, Friend of Mine, Kelly Price. D, He's Mine, Mo Ken Steph. I don't even know.
Remember Mo Ken Steph?
No.
Oh, your age is showing.
No.
My age is showing.
I mean,
I used to love Moke and Steph. Okay, but it's not Moke and Steph.
It's not, definitely not.
It's either A or B, but I'm trying to wait, what was A?
I also feel like this is... I also feel like this question is wrong, and this is a typo.
Is it?
Black card revoked. Somebody is getting fired.
Oh, I was going to say, are they?
Okay, no, because you're not going to answer it right. Because you are right.
The answer is wrong?
No, the answer is wrong. I'm going to have to look this up.
Wait, no, tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, so I'm just going to give this question because this is a bloopers. I'm sorry, Black card revoked. I'm going to have to revoke you on this because I know this is wrong. It's on what classic song does 1998 features the verse, "This is Mr. Biggs, what the hell is going on"? It's saying that the answer is "Friend of Mine" by Kelly Price, but this is definitely
that's
Contagious.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Although, we're going to have to look that up because now we're going to have to play that song.
Right. No, Friend of Mine. You are a friend of mine. That does not even have.
That doesn't even have
Ron Isley in it.
Ronald Isley on that song nowhere.
I was like, wait, this is wrong.
So Black Card
and the fact that we...
Well, actually, whoever wrote that might keep their Black Card.
No, they don't keep it. The editors will edit it wrong. All right. Question.
Okay.
Next question. How many times do you have to say Candyman's name in the mirror to make him appear? A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, D, 5.
B.
5. Candyman.
Okay, I never got that far because I get scared.
I did. I was like, I didn't say Candyman in the mirror.
I don't watch scary movies. What was that? That was a one that was 3. Miss Mary somebody.
No, that was Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary is 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
All right. What country welcomed Black Americans back to Africa as a part of their year of return? A, South Africa. B, Ghana. C, Nigeria. D, Ethiopia.
Was B Ghana?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yay.
Cool.
Definitely want to go there. I hope I get to go for my birthday this year.
I want to go so bad. But it's like, I have a thing where it's like when I go places, I want to make sure everything is in order. I can have my vacation fund. I don't got to worry about it and do what I want to do.
Well, that's what it's for.
Right,
Of course.
exactly. All right. Which character in the movie Friday said, "You ain't got to lie, Craig"? A, Smokey. B, Felicia. C, Joy. D, Debbie.
Felicia.
Nope.
Damn.
It was Joy.
Joy.
Felicia was, hey, Craig.
Oh, yeah.
Can I borrow your VCR?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, no.
Hey.
My card is at
No,
risk.
we 2 for 2. The first one didn't count. Because they was wrong.
I'm starting to get nervous.
All right. This black artist sold 110 million. Wait, sorry. This black artist sold a painting for 110 million at an auction. A, Mark Bradford. B, Faith Ringgold. C, John Michael Basquiat. D, Carrie James Marshall.
C.
Okay, ding, 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 ding. We're going to do one more for the tiebreaker. Let's see. Let me give you a... Let's see. All right. We're going to do this one. This athlete made a stand against police brutality at the 2020 U.S. Open. A, Tiger Woods. B, Serena Williams. C, Naomi Osaka. D, LeBron James.
C.
Hey, she keeps her black card, y'all. And that was
hey.
Black Card Revolt.
That was
so much fun. So
I love games.
I love games too. So before we wrap up, I like to thank you so much for being on the show and giving us some insight of what it is to show up the way you want to show up in such a positive way.
Thank you for having me.
I like to end my shows off with a little message to either your younger self or the people out there. What would you say to somebody that is looking to show up in their purpose, show up in their light, and if they're struggling to do so, what advice would you give them?
Oh, I love that. The first thing I would say is to do the hard work, to look in the mirror. It's uncomfortable, but it's very necessary. It involves kind of the things we're talking about, doing that examination, taking those things off your plate that don't serve you, shedding those layers. And then I encourage you to follow your joy path. When things excite you, do them. No matter what. Allow your heart and your spirit and that childlike innocence in you to guide your path. And it will start to light up in front of you. And when it does, walk on it. And it might be uncomfortable at first. And it might be a little bit scary. But I promise you, when you get down that path and you look back, you'll be so glad that you did.
Okay. Now, is there anything else you want to share with us about yourself?
There's so many things. Where do I start?
Wherever you want to start.
I'm proud of myself. I'm really grateful. I had a really rough 2021. It was really bad. A lot of death. I got divorced.
Divorced?
Yeah, divorced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, people always getting divorced. I can't even get married. But that's another story for another day.
That's another conversation. And I felt broken. It was one of the darkest times of my life. And through that, aligning with my joy, I said, you know what? One, I'm going to do the work. And I went on a retreat in Tulum. And I shed. I cried a lot. I let go of everything. I just gave it to God. All the gods. Listen, y'all. I need help. I cannot do this. And I just surrendered all of that. And then as I started putting myself back together, I followed my joy path and I walked on it. And that's where I got to be where I am right now, and like the spiritually lit and the downloads and clearing that channel. And I'm really proud of myself because there was a time where I didn't know if I was going to make it, you know? And
well, cheers to making it. Cheers to making it.
Cheers
well, thank
to that.
you so much, Quene, for showing up here.
Thank
How
you.
do the people find you? Let them know.
Yes, please. I love making new friends. You guys can find me on Instagram at Quene Foree. That's QUENEFOREE. You can find the book Spiritually Lit on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay,
And
Barnes
and I read my DMs. Sometimes it takes me a little long time, but shoot me a message. Join our Spiritually Lit community. All those links are in my bio. I love connecting people and light workers, and I believe that together, they say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I really believe that. So join me.
There you have it, guys. If you guys are trying to be spiritually lit, and you guys have any questions for Quene, don't hesitate to hit us up in the DMs and her DMs. We're gonna have her information posted on this video as well, and in the comment sections, wherever it is, you're gonna be able to find her. If you guys have any other questions you just want to ask in general about your path, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Like, comment, share, do all the things. And we'll see you guys again soon. And that's it. That's all. Daz It Daz All is written by me, KC Carnage, and produced by myself and Barrio Dill. Associate producer Bri Coorey, audio and video engineering and studio facilities provided by S.L.A.P Studios LA, with distribution through our collective, S.L.A.P the Network. If you have any ideas for a show you want to hear or see, please email us at info@slapthepower.com. And as always, go to dazitdazall.com and sign up there to make sure you will never miss a thing. See you next show.